how's it going? Hell Bamboozan here with Jarrin. We're here at the Heavy MTL Battle of the Bands. He's here to judge all the bands that are competing. You can catch all the footage, all the action that's going on at our blog, Headbanger's Journey at Hardtimes.ca. How's it going?
Very good, thank you.
Awesome. So, what can you tell me about the very beginning of when you started playing music?
Oh my god, that's a long time ago. I was maybe 10 or 12, and back then Metallica was just getting bigger, and they just released their album Injustice for All, and that's what makes it all for me. And then I wanted to play guitar, started to play with cover bands back then with high school friends, and then formed my very first band, death metal band, and then went to college, met with the guys from Necrotic Mutation, and then joined the band, and then that's where it all started. Right after that, I joined Heaven's Cry. At the same time, I started Despised Icon, and the rest is history.
Necrotic Mutation, I mean, was it just a death metal band?
Actually, it was mainly classic death metal, because in high school I was a lot into Sepultura, Obituary, Deicide, Morbid Angel, all of these kinds of bands. So yeah, I was already writing some pretty intense and heavy riffs.
Alright, well, I mean, you mentioned initially that one of your biggest influences that made you pick up the guitar was Metallica. What were your influences back then, and are they different than your influences now when it comes to playing music?
Actually, I have to mention that my dad didn't want me to play electric guitar, so he forced me into taking classical guitar classes, and then actually that was a positive thing because it opened me to all kinds of music. So, aside having metal or rock as my main influence, I've been exposed to all kinds of music styles, jazz, classic, and blues, and so that could be the difference now. Is like I'm much more open-minded to listen to any kind of music and influenced by it.
So, I mean, going back to the Despised Icon, you are one of the founding members of that band, so how did that come to be? How did you guys start all that off?
Actually, it's kind of funny because that happened right after we Necrotic Mutation split. I joined Heaven's Cry back then, which is much more like proggy, rocky thing, and I felt the need to play some heavy music still. And I was friends with Alex Arian, who was drumming for Neuraxis back then. And we were both into bands like Dying Fetus, Gorgasm, Internal Bleeding. So we wanted to have like a straightforward metal band with grooves and what we know now as breakdowns, I guess. So that's how it all started. So just for fun, it was like a project band for the both of us. You know?
Yeah.
He was in Neuraxis, I was in Heaven's Cry. There was no way we thought this could catch on and become what it did.
When did you realize that Despised Icon went from being an underground supporting band for different acts during touring to a household name that we know now?
I'm not sure if we ever realized what was going on, because everything was happening so fast, and we were like recording albums, going on tour, recording albums. So, but I guess around the release of the third album, when we started to have offers for big festivals around the world, maybe then we were like, okay, something's going on, and so let's try to make the best out of it, and we dedicated ourselves to it.
Looking back at your whole career, because now Despised Icon has come to an end, you have time to reflect on your whole career. What would you say was the most monumental time throughout that span?
Actually, it was the very last year of Despised Icon, because when we decided that we would pull the plug on the band, we had like for 6 months straight of touring planned. So, and that last year we went to countries we've never been before. So actually, we were like all enjoying it very much and taking the time to enjoy every little moment together, everywhere we've been. So, and at the same time, that's the time where I felt the most recognition or love from the crowd and the people, because they knew that was the last time they were seeing us live and stuff. So it was very life-changing experience.
What caused the demise of Despised Icon?
Well, Alex Grind, our drummer, and I were, our wives were expecting babies, and then I don't know, it was a time where the scene was very saturated, and I think some of us didn't have it in us at that time, and we just, we'd rather leave it at the top than trying to continue and release albums and then go downhill slowly, so we wanted to preserve the name and people can remember us for what we were best at.
Yeah,
that's it.
Fair enough, and I think you did a good enough job, for sure.
Thank you.
So, going on to the projects that you're involved in now, Heaven's Bride, it's kind of a bit of a different musical project, I guess they'd say.
It's a 180-degree opposite.
Yeah. So, what can you tell me about when you came into the band? What was going on at that time?
I knew some of the guys in the band. One of them, Pierre, was a very renowned Metallica tribute band here in Montreal, and he has been part of Voivod for a couple of years. I was friends with him, and he was looking for a guitar player back then. And I was very much into the band's sound because I also been a prog fan when I was a teenager. I was enjoying bands like King Crimson, Genesis, Yes. So it was appealing to me. I'm a very huge Rush fan, and they have like similar influences and sound. So, and it was different music. It was music I didn't hear anywhere else. Like that's the good thing about prog is you can go in any direction, and it doesn't matter. You're not pigeonholed into like one type of music riffs or anything. So that was the main thing, and that's why I wanted to get back with the guys for the past 2 years, because I felt like nowadays I'm older and I'm more appealed to lighter type of music, I should say.
So what caused the hiatus and what caused for the comeback?
Well, the main thing is I was getting busier and busier with Despised Icon. I didn't have the time to get involved in 2 different bands, and at the same time the other guys too had different projects back then, so it was like a common decision to just put a hold on this project. But somehow we all knew that one day we would get back together because we really enjoyed this band. So, but we're already writing some new material, so expect Heaven's Cry to release an album maybe next year, just to prove to the world that we're not going to take another 6 to 10 years in between album.
Awesome. There's a lot of dispute in the metal scene about what's metal and what isn't, and there's a lot of argument about what anything core fits under, metalcore, deathcore. A lot of people say, it doesn't fit under metal, and other people say, yeah, it is metal. What's your stand on that?
Well, I guess I'm not the right guy to ask that question, because when I started Despised Icon, to me it was just plain metal. Like I said, it's later on that I've been introduced to what a breakdown is, because to me it was just like groove riffs, and just like, if you listen back to some old Sepultura, like anywhere between 87 and 91, what they did, there were some breakdowns in there, on the Arise album, there's like plenty of breakdowns.
Yeah,
Same thing for Pantera or so, and the whole hardcore scene, well, I guess it's more like punk stuff, and the hardcore I know is very old stuff from the 80s, which doesn't sound at all like what we know as hardcore today.
Yeah.
So I don't know, like we've been tagged with that deathcore thing, despite any of what we could have said or thought. You know? So we didn't come up with that genre.
Yeah, it just happens. If anything, you're the forefathers, but you didn't exactly intend
for
it.
We didn't know back then that's what we were doing. You know?
Oh, yeah. All right, so, I mean, what's next for you?
I mean, my main thing now is Heaven's Cry. I'm planning on playing a few gigs with them. Obviously, I can't tour anymore because I have a family at home, and I made the choice to spend time with them and raise my kids. But I'm available to play a couple shows in the year, and mostly festivals too. We did the Prog Power Europe last October. We're scheduled to play the Prog Power USA next September. So we'll be direct support for Pain of Salvation next month here in Montreal and Quebec City. So just playing music, having fun, but mostly write music and record albums. That's my main thing now.
Yeah. All right, so I have a few more questions that are not really related to music, but it's cool to know anyway. So why not? You ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah? All right, so most awkward place you've ever had to piss in?
A coffee mug.
Where was this?
At home.
Okay. What were the circumstances?
I was like doing a phone interview, and I couldn't go to the bathroom, so just grabbed the coffee mug and pissed in it.
Best moment of your life ever, in any aspect?
Wow. When my twin daughters were born, and just holding them both at the same time. Nothing beats that.
Yeah, for sure. Weirdest thing that's ever happened on tour?
Crossing from France to United Kingdom, we stopped at a gas station, and then we heard some noises and just found out that there were like some gypsies trying to hide in our trailer to cross the border. So like they were all running away, and they were like yelling at us, and it was a crazy moment.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, so favorite thing to wear? Do you go briefs? Do you go boxers? Commando? What's the deal?
Boxers.
Boxers?
Yeah.
Good to know.
Plain and simple.
All right. Favorite position to fuck in?
Doggy.
Doggy? Yeah. Favorite beer?
I'd say Whole Garden.
All right, not bad. German beer. If two bands were to fuck, and first, Despised Icon were the child, who would the parents be?
Oh my god, I'd say Dying Fetus and Hatebreed.
Alright, there you go. Same question, but for Heaven's Cry.
I'd say King Crimson and Fate's Warning.
Fair enough. Alright, have you ever been in a competition like this where you've been judging bands?
No, actually, I'm very flattered that this is the first time I've been asked to do that. You know, because when I started music, there were not so many band contests like this. I guess it's a really nice opportunity for bands to get noticed. So, no, it's my very, very first time judging a band contest, and I'm very flattered about it.
Awesome. So what, in your opinion, what does it take for a band to win this competition?
Well, I'd say what I'm looking for is to see the chemistry between musicians. Obviously, their sound. They have to rise above they gotta stand out from the crowd, and that's it. That's pretty much what it takes. Good luck to the bands tonight. Very looking forward to watching.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Salut les gars! Vous avez quel âge? 19. Tirer de même à cet âge-là, je rêve encore de tirer de même à l'âge que j'ai rendu. Sérieusement, vous êtes vraiment talentueux, puis au niveau du show que vous donnez, n'ayez pas peur de le montrer, vous le tirez vraiment. Tu sais, le petit guitariste, là, quand tu pètes un stylo de la mort, monte sur le monite, kick le monde en face, crache le donne-y, man. puis tightness, vraiment bien. C'est cool aussi au niveau du musicianship. Vous êtes comme un jeune bédouin de Very Enemy, tu sais, des influences. Un petit conseil, la seule chose peut-être que vous pourriez travailler dessus, c'est au niveau de l'image, du look. Vous faites penser à Despised quand vous commencez, on avait pris votre âge, puis on a vu des chaînes à genre, puis on avait l'air d'une gang disparate. Mais la réalité d'aujourd'hui, c'est que un label des vendeurs de votre musique, il va vouloir vous signer, il va voir la photo de band, puis il va laisser faire. Fait que peut-être considérer ça un peu, mais sinon, excellent. Les gars, ça va? Quand j'ai vu ton problème dans la pluie, je me suis dit, alright, ça a levé, j'ai fait 50-50 à vendre. On se parlera après le show. Non, sérieusement, je vais pas en rajouter. Jason a pas mal tout petit, mais rendu où vous êtes, là, c'est plus une question de talent, de musique, c'est une question d'être à la bonne place au bon moment, vous faire remarquer par le bon monde, continuer à builder votre fanbase, puis vous allez vous y rendre, c'est sûr, c'est sûr. Yeah! Ben, c'est ça. Si je peux vous faire une remarque, c'est que ça passait comme pas tout le temps. Il manque peut-être un peu de conviction pour convaincre le monde aussi d'embarquer et d'être dans votre trip. Par exemple, le bass player, man, fucking great job, man. Toutes les bandes à soir, c'est comme le premier qu'on entend, puis Chris a joué le bass, man. Peut-être un commentaire pour le chanteur. Tu sais, je te voyais faire le ball and chop. 2 minutes après, je te voyais bouncer comme Fred Durst. Je pense que tu as peut-être besoin un peu de trouver au niveau de ton identité. À la limite, t'arrêter les 2 pieds plantés dans le ciment que t'as fait raser, que ça aurait été plus passé parce que c'est de musique brutale que vous faites, vraiment technique. Mais on dirait que l'image, elle colle plus avec ça. Peut-être juste travailler l'image, mais au-delà de ça, Chris et vous avez des skills. Moi, je suis un peu pété, je commençais à m'endormir. Steven m'avait réveillé solide. C'est straight to the point, c'est pas trop compliqué, ça dit quand c'est le temps, mais c'est efficace votre affaire. Chapeau.